The Business Report, brought to you by the Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme, a department of the Ministry of Youth and Community Empowerment, supporting young entrepreneurs from idea to enterprise.
It's Wednesday, so of course it's time to feature one of the clients of the Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme. Tonight, we feature a doctor offering relief to scores of patients. Lisa Lord reports.
Dr. Tamisha Gittins has been a physiotherapist for the last 16 years. And from very young, she knew this was her chosen profession.
My dad had back pain for years, and I always wanted to do something in the medical field. And then I volunteered at a physical therapist's office and decided that that was something that I would want to do the rest of my life.
Dr. Gittins started with a mobile service which continues even today since some of her clients cannot get to her. But she also operates from here at Pilgrim Road in Christchurch. The physiotherapist practices the Schroff method, which is a non-surgical option for scoliosis treatment. She specializes in two specific forms of spinal deformities.
So scoliosis is a sideways curvature of the spine like this, and there's some rotation. But kyphosis is more of a hunchback. So looking at the person from the side, they will be humped over at the top of the spine. So there are two different things, but both of them are spinal deformities, and I deal with both of them.
While she is seeing more cases of scoliosis, especially in children, she can't say for sure if they are more incidents or if it's just a case of greater awareness.
We don't have statistics here in Barbados. For females is about 80%, males is about 20% in terms of the frequency of scoliosis. So you more see 80% of females with scoliosis and about 20% of males for some reason. Maybe the hormones. Maybe the hormones in females, but they're not very clear on it.
And she made it clear that school bags are not to blame.
A lot of people think, oh, you carry a backpack on one side and it's causing your spine to curve, but no, it curves during growth and during growth spurts.
While certain conditions can't be avoided, early diagnosis is critical.
My patients who have caught it early were able to stop the progression altogether by doing the exercise program. Some of them were able to reverse curves, and some might be progressing. There are a few of them that progress whether or not you do the program, so they're the ones who would need a brace.
And there are some warning signs to look out for.
Parents can look for the shoulder heights. You can look for the space between the arm and the body. The space is supposed to be equal, just about. But with some children, you see one triangle space and then one long space on the other side. You look at your hip heights, and you look at what people call the chicken wing or the wing bone. You know, one might be sticking up more than the other. For females, one breast might look bigger and more pushed forward than the other.
Posture also plays a major role.
Posture is very important, especially if they have scoliosis. So that's one of the main parts of our program. We teach children how to sit, stand, sleep, how to sit on the floor, how to carry a bag, how to reach, and all that.
Dr. Gittins says Yes gave her all the guidance she needed to start her business.
When I started, I had no idea how to manage a business, so Yes taught me how to set up a business legally, how to do the accounts, do market research, marketing, and all of that, and they've been supporting me along the way.
And it's that support that has allowed Dr. Gittins to realize her dream of being an important provider of healthcare services in Barbados. Lisa Lord for the Business Report.
Thanks, Lisa.
Do you have an idea for a business or have started a business? Are you between 18 and 30 years old? Then you need to contact Yes, the Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme. Yes is a dynamic network of services creatively packaged for you, the young entrepreneur. Yes offers critical, timely business solutions, specialized technical assistance in accounting, legal, and marketing, a practical entrepreneurial training program, and your own youth enterprise officer for one-on-one counseling and mentoring. Contact Yes today at 535-3835 and get your business moving. The Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme, Ministry of Youth and Community Empowerment.
A young entrepreneur is making a name for himself in the footwear industry. Jared Trotman has developed a range of slides branded with a broken trident under his name Trots. Slides are currently trending because of the desire for a more comfortable shoe that still allows participation in activities and sports. For Trotman, he says he always wanted to be an entrepreneur. He was a guest on CBC TV8's Morning Barbados and says his range of products has expanded since he first came on the market.
We needed more representation in Barbados in terms of, things to wear, things to own belonging to Barbados. We often just buy shirts around Independence time. I wanted something that you can have throughout the entire year, So that was a whole mindset in terms of creating this.
Yeah.
I started September of last year,
Nice.
before my birthday.
And just in time for Independence.
Exactly. So I started with the blue and the black, and then I introduced the white and the pink this year.
On Water Wednesdays of this week, I'm spending some time with Jamie Paul. She's a hydrogeologist here at the Barbados Water Authority, and her work is very important as we continue to monitor those drought situations affecting Barbados and how they are affecting our water supply. Jamie, thanks for coming on the program. You have an important role here at the Water Authority. Tell us a bit about what exactly you do and how that relates to what we are seeing basically on an almost annual basis now with lesser and lesser rainfall.
Okay, thanks, Shane. As the hydrogeologist at Barbados Water Authority, I monitor the water level and some water quality. We have a water quality technologist, and he focuses mostly on the chemistry of the water. I focus in my water quality analysis, I focus on the salinity. That is one of the biggest problems that we're facing right now. We've had years of significantly reduced rainfall, and our aquifers have not been able to replenish to accommodate our excessive pumping. We pump so much because we have a big population, we have a lot of needs, and everybody always wants water. Nobody wants to be without water. I was without water today.
Yes.
Yes, that was a serious inconvenience. So we continue to pump, but we are not getting the rainfall that we have been accustomed to getting in the past, and we've been building up our properties and our landscape so much that we have been removing the pathways for water to infiltrate. So we're having a lot more overland flow, and so we're losing a lot of water into the sea.
Wow.
And that's one of the issues that we're facing, that we're looking at dealing and developing new projects to handle. So I observe the water quality and the water level, and we take our well tape in the field. We go to different pumping stations and to some other areas across the island, and we monitor how far down the water is. So we do that on a weekly basis, sometimes depending on the severity of the situation. So right now we're monitoring almost everywhere weekly. During the wetter seasons and when things are a little bit more comfortable, we would monitor those every other week. Once a month.
What are you seeing right now as you go from well to well across Barbados? What is the general consensus?
The general consensus is we need to conserve water. We are not seeing the rainfall. We're not seeing the aquifers replenished in the way that we would like for this time of year. And of course, we're continuing to pump. So these nightly shutoffs that we have been having, that's to allow our reservoirs to replenish, so we can reduce our pumping and at least allow the aquifers to replenish somewhat before we just pull it all out again, right? So, and then the leaks that we would have in the system that we're trying to fix all the time, we will be losing more water through those leaks.
That is not helping the situation either.
No,
and then there's the prohibition notice, which is in effect as well.
Exactly. And some people seem to have forgotten about it, but it's still in effect. It's still very important. If it were up to me, it would be all year round. But it's not. We need to have persons having this in mind about how you use water, how you can save water. It's not just for your bill, but you have to think about tomorrow when it's a possibility that we won't get the rainfall. We encourage persons to utilize their rainwater harvesting and use that water for irrigating plants and washing cars. And speaking of rainfall, the projections for the rest of the year, unfortunately, are looking not great. Yes, so we're going to possibly see lower than normal rainfall for the remainder of the year. So conservation.
Yeah, so conservation is the message that we want to preach to you right here on Water Wednesdays. We hope that you're getting that message. We will be spending some more time with Miss Paul talking about some of the trends that she's been seeing, especially at some of our wells. So look out for that on the next edition of Water Wednesdays. To view this or a previous episode again, you can visit our website, www.barbadoswaterauthority.com. You can go to our Facebook page and get additional information, or just type Water Wednesdays in YouTube. You can find us there.
It is the liquid of life. We only the tools.